them right there.
Man, I said, oh yeah, these niggas must know me. It got to be somebody that know me, man. They want to fuck. They want to get at me. So man, so yeah, if you see that young elder with the S on the end that's using my picture and everything, that's a scam, bro. And it's even one that's doing similar to Raw that ain't his Cash App. So we got the right Cash App in the links right now. It's the capital SIK, capital APE. So it's another dude he probably got an S at the end to scam off of Raw shit. I'm telling you, man, it's some niggas out here, bro. These niggas watch. They know Raw hot. They know we hot in the game, and they say, oh man, these niggas we could get a kickback off of these guys. We could get an overflow. These guys' cups overflowing. We could get the shit that fall off the crumbs. The dogs can get the crumbs off the master table, man. That's the damn fucking game right there, bro. It's we Africans. Africans think we slow as hell, bro. I'm telling you.
No, they don't. You know what
Go
they
ahead.
think? They
Go
think
ahead.
that we are the type that squander more than we should.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They look at us and how we neglect to pool our resources and block external forces from ruling over us. By doing that, they looking at us like, shit, if y'all gonna just give money away so freely, I might as well get some of that free money.
Yeah, that's what they doing to us. That's what they doing to us. They like man, Rod, you cracked heads on this one though. This was like I say, we did a lot of tapes. We got like probably over 150 hours worth of tapes. Man, this right here was a good one. This right here was one of my top ones right here, bro. With it, because I'm into this the Mortal Kombat type, the what you call that dude? Not Cage, Johnny Cage, the dude that be doing the fire. Liu Kang. Yeah, Liu Kang. I'm into that type of, that breathing and just like Bruce, like, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna forgot to ask you, Rod, about Bruce Lee. So you was telling me about Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee was a bad dude. Now, there's some dudes out there that I heard of, the dark skinned brothers, Nubian brothers, that were badder than Bruce Lee, but they never got the exposure as Bruce Lee. Yeah, but Bruce Lee, you said that he got set up on his murder or something. It was big, something dealing with it
He
with
got
Shaolin
extracted
Temple.
by the Shaolin masters. So it's layers. We were looking at Tai Chi earlier, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that's the artistic form of martial arts. All of that we see is the artistic form.
Yeah.
And in the martial arts, every artistic form has practical fight application for the combat student. Don't matter what field of combat you come from, you know when you see the dance how to use certain moves in actual combat if you understand combat.
Okay.
Right? Like even the Aikido that Steven Seagal was using when he was a youngster. Right? That's a ballet. That's a ballet. That doesn't work if he's in catch as catch can wrestling and they hitting him in them joints.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The style of martial art is not a true combat sport. Right? But now, behind all of that, there is a combat group. A group of masters that train their body where they can use their chi to fight you. They don't have to touch you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? They got masters who can hit you with a ball of fire from across the room.
Yeah.
Right? But they are all held back. Right? They can't be exposed to the public until the Earthborn reclaim the Earth. And all the masters come out and hide.
Right. That's right.
Right? Because the nature of the conflict was spiritual warfare. Right? Being fought in the public domain in front of everybody's face behind their back. Right? So Bruce Lee come out and Jeet Kune Do is teaching you how to see the combat element in every martial art. So they say he was teaching the guy G, and they were supposed to develop their own martial art.
Okay. Their own style from what like the basics that he taught them.
No, he wasn't supposed to teach them. They were supposed to develop their own.
Based on what they did.
Yeah. So now when you look from his training, they did use his techniques to develop their own martial art. Now he spilt over secrets into the open. He have to go into seclusion.
Yeah.
But he can't have people come looking for him.
So fake is there.
Right.
Yeah.
So take him off the scene. Right. Allow him to be seen long enough to get the message out. So now when we look at combat sports, judo produced the Gracies
That's right.
in Brazil.
Ross Gracie.
This is all the influence of Bruce Lee opening the floodgates to study Eastern martial arts. Okay. Then you have the Israeli Secret Service. They developed something called Krav Maga.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? Yeah. These all form together, flow into something called mixed martial arts.
Go ahead.
All disciplines funnel to the mixed martial arts arena. Right? So it's all science. Then all of that is a side effect of Bruce Lee popularizing the martial art.
That's right.
Right? Some of the best movies now got martial arts, but when you go back to movies from the 50s and the 60s, they was just good ass acting. Now they got good ass kicking.
Yeah, good ass kicking, right? Yeah.
Right. So you see the influence one man can have on the global culture.
That's right.
In a short period of time by using those same principles of magic that we talked about throughout this video. He's a living example of that.
Yeah.
Right. And then he was able to leave a legacy of champions behind him. People that actually was in the fight game.
Yeah.
You know, people that trained with him who became notorious ass kickers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, you got different styles of fighting and they do different stuff.
Yeah.
Based on the enemy you combating with. Sometimes you got to be creative and sometimes you just got to hit them straight in the jaw.
Yeah.
So when you understand the sciences of the art, and then you start to put it all together, it start to make sense.
Yeah. Like Major Payne said, he said, I'm gonna put this foot right side there. He said, oh, you think I'm joking? And nigga said, oh, start moving his feet. Then he chopped him in the throat. He went down. He said, you thought you was gonna kick me. He said, calling me a liar. Boom, kick that nigga, man. I said, oh yeah.
Hey, you know that's a parody of Billy Jack.
Go ahead.
Billy Jack was a half-breed.
Okay.
And they caught Billy Jack in the field. And this is one of my favorite movies when I was little, Billy Jack. But they caught him in the field and he told the man, he said, I'm gonna take this foot, whop you on that side of your face, and then the damn thing you're gonna be able to do about it. And then he did that shit, man. We thought that was the dopest.
Told nigga what he gonna do, did it to him.
Yeah, but Billy Jack was about a native that was half pale face.
Oh yeah, I might check that out.
Oh man, you ain't never seen Billy Jack?
Oh man, I watch it. That's my favorite type of movie.
That's a cult classic.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
I can watch Billy Jack all day long.
You ever seen?
I can watch it on repeat.
You ever seen?
So he had set his tribe up on the reservation, and he became the chief by default. In the process of this, his duties is to protect everybody on the reservation. And in the meantime, you got these townspeople moving in with their unruly teenagers that's raising hell on the plantation. I mean, on the reservation, and harassing the kids when they come to town for ice cream and shit.
Okay.
Right. So then when they finally go too far, he do what he do. Now they want to arrest him and put him in prison. 110 soldier.
Yeah. That's fire, man. I'm gonna check that movie out. I like I say, I collect cowboy movies. I got just about every cowboy picture you can think of, man. 310.
Yeah, it's actually, it don't take place in cowboy days. It takes place in like the 70s.
Okay, just recently then, like
yeah. So it's supposed to be going on in like Arizona in the 70s or the 60s.
What? I might check that out.
The Flower Child generation, the Love and Peace era.
Yeah.
Right. He come back from, I think, Vietnam War.
Okay.
And he the default chief.
Yeah.
When you do what chiefs do, when you violate the community, now they want to bring you in the army and take him in.
Yeah.
Literally bring you in the army.
Damn. You know, Rod never let us down, man. That nigga like guaranteed. He like guaranteed on your money back. My nigga, tell it. Tell that nigga USD. That nigga Rod Hayes USDA approved, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He USDA approved, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the like the five Chief Big Mac, baby. You know what I'm saying? Chief Pontiac. Yeah. Like, I found out too, Rod. What you know? That's what I was gonna ask you. I found out that the and the Anarchies, they had came over here with a Great Lake set, and they said that's why somebody said the Denver Nuggets. That's why they call the doing in Denver and Colorado. They said that the mountains, it was just nuggets laying on the ground over here, and that these
Man, listen.
Go ahead.
The people on this land, and we didn't take gold like that. Gold, we was in tune with nature.
Right, go ahead.
Gold was just another rock to us.
That's why I was just laying on the ground.
That's why we failed to find gold anywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We don't hold material like that value on things until somebody else come over here to exploit us for it and use it for value. Then now it becomes the new standard of value.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people don't know, but at one time, the most important thing to harvest was cowrie shells.
Wow.
Cowrie shells was the currency.
Wow.
He who had the most cowrie shells was the richest man on earth.
Damn. That's crazy.
They ain't worth a damn now.
That's crazy. Like I say, I think a penny, I think the way this going, man, a penny gonna be worth more than a dollar, because a penny is real copper and a dollar is just paper. Like this a penny is
penny real, not real copper.
Well, not the
you
new pennies,
check that.
Right? The new pennies, right?
None of this new stuff real. All of this is facsimile.
Hey, what year would you have to go back to get a real copper penny? What year does they start making those? Like
well, 60s? They will still make them in batches.
Okay.
And they normally try to keep them and to do business among themselves. Mm-hmm. And some of them trickle out into the mainstream, and you'll find one here and there.
Yeah. I noticed that. I think it's like somebody was telling me like 1967. That's when you for sure.
There was a time when where all of the coins was minted with what they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right. So 100 pieces of copper used to equal 1 piece of gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And 2 pieces of silver used to equal 1 piece of gold.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it was 5 pieces of nickel used to equal a half a piece of gold or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, these all became currency denominations under the U.S. Mint, because now they want to control whose face is on the currency. Mm-hmm. Back then, there was no face on the currency. Some people did it for decorative purposes for their family bank, mm-hmm. like in John Wick. When they're looking at the gold coins, some people had their coins minted, with the tribal totem, like you had the buffalo nickel. The buffalo was the totem of the Buffalo clan. Woolly-haired, muscle-bound big niggas. Angel Bay and them.
Go ahead.
The Tatanka. The big bulls. Right? Big Mama called them in case of emergency.
Yeah.
And they trampled the whole land. That's why they had to kill all the bison. And that was the symbolic of killing us too.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh yeah, somebody else asked me to ask you this before I forget. They said, "What's the connection between?" Because they say they want Dion. They say Deion Sanders is one of the chiefs on the land. Now he graduated from the Seminole Indians in like Florida, right, for college. Then he went to several teams, but now he was at Jackson State, but now he's going to the Buffalo. They say, and people saying it sounds like an alchemical connection between what Dion going.
He actually said it was.
Okay, go ahead.
And he actually said he was tying back into his roots.
Okay, that's man.
And that this was taking him back to his people.
Dion knows something.
Right. Everybody think he talking about HBCUs, whatever the fuck they is.
Yeah.
But he talking about tribe. Back to the land, back to his people, the totem. Yeah. So if he fall under that totem and he move back to anywhere that's using that totem, it give him honor and distinction among his clan.
Man, that's fire. That's fire, Rod. That's fire. Because everybody was saying, I say Buffalo got to be a connection. Because Dion definitely a that damn Indian. That's for sure. He got the long nose. All of us got that nose. You got it. Like you could tell the Indians because they got this nose. That long. All of us got
It's called
that nose.
aquiline features. That's how they knew us when we went to help the Europeans get from under Moorish oppression. A lot of us don't know that.
What?
We landed in Ireland and we went into the Iberian Peninsula to help the motherfuckers fight because they had slaughtered all of the so-called chiefs in Ireland, the snakes. The ones who taught the sacred wisdom.
Okay.
So we went to go investigate.
Yeah.
And the ones of us that went was warriors. It's a record. It's not a secret.
Yeah, they know. They know. Like I'm gonna tell you, Rod. Man, I want to show you something, so I can show you. It's and I'm about to go ahead and do tapes on this. So I really wasn't gonna show nobody, but I'm gonna show you that not the stuff that Rod's saying about the dirty Moors and all that. I found a doctor that verified every single thing that Rod is saying. Let me show you this. I want to show y'all this receipt before we get out. Shout out to 12th Elder, man. Because the 12th Elder is one of my background research guys. And he listened to all our tapes with Rod. And he said, man, that stuff Rod is teaching, people think that he making it up. He ain't making none of this up. All right, so we got Dr. Carrie is her name. She put out these different pamphlets. Hold on, let me turn this background screen out real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so these books, she put out these little newspaper pamphlets. Right, she got like 15 of them out. Right, I'm gonna start teaching directly from these joints. Right, but everything Rod Hayes is saying. Now I'm gonna show you this. Look at this, Rod. Look at this. This is gonna blow your mind, Rod. It ain't gonna blow your mind, but this lady is putting all the receipts. I don't know if she came out with this after we put this out. It seemed like she came out. Hold on, let me tell you what.
It might be a year in there it was published.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. March 2021. Watch this. Look at this. This lady she must have been listening to your video, bro. Tell me. Look at this. What it say right there. What she put in that book.
George Washington Challenge.
Look at it. It's all right there, Rod. She got everything, all the receipts, everything you be talking about, Rod. She got the whole storyline in these books, word for word. I said, damn, this man, that nigga Rod, boy, the boys they sleeping, Rod, bro. This lady is a doctor, and everything that Rod teaches about the dirty Moors and about who they are, where they come from, is in all these books, all these little magazines that this doctor put out. This her right here on the back. You see her right there on the back. A Nubian sister. She looked like she looked like one of them ancient Egyptians.
She looked like my big sister from a little bit I could see.
Yeah. This her right here. Hey, shout out 12th Elder, man. Marie Charles, Dr. Marie Charles. This lady has got word for word almost, Rod. I can literally go word for word in these books of your class. And she put this out after you was talking about that, because some of these books that just recently came out like a couple months ago.
Well, I had a whole thing on the invasion from 2019.
That's what I'm saying. I got receipts from 2019 from you off your page of this same information. So all the books she put out is from March 21st all the way up to now. And it's like word for word, like the classes that I say, oh shit, they even got like the links and everything. I was like, oh, these people must be starvation, death, starving people. But if you are fast, people go 40 days. Dr. Sabi went like a whole bunch of days without eating.
Man, I did all kind of fast. The longest one I did was about 60 days.
Dang, you that's discipline right there. They take discipline.
Man, if you look at when I first came, how my face was all dried up.
You was skinny, Rob, I'm telling you.
That was from all that fasting I was doing.
Yeah, you was no fat. You weren't no fat.
I was doing fast back to back, a 3-day fast. I eat for a couple days, take a 7-day fast, eat for a couple days, 14-day fast, eat for a couple days.
That's as long as I ever did.
Then finally I got to the point where I was done fasting. I had achieved what I was trying to accomplish, using that control of self as the mechanism to control myself. Because by right, I'm supposed to be the one on a mad rampage and tore this motherfucker up from coast to coast.
Yeah, ape shit.
Right. But when I get the discipline, I could see an advantage to following the script. We almost at the end gate. Ain't no sense of bucking the motherfucking order when you can use the order to take over. Right?
Right.
Chess.
Right.
Not checkers. Right? So you don't want to tear it all down if you can utilize some of it to make your rebuild easier. That's why I say we got to catch the government before it totally collapses and start to rebuild a new government. But people not understanding that concept yet.
I feel you on that.
The government got to fall to the point where the people can't deny it no more before they would even consider rebuilding a new government.
That's sad.
Right. And then when you tell them start at your local government, because that's where you got your greatest control, right, they still don't get it. Right. There's certain people that's going to always be the mayor, whether they're in office or not. That's a chief.
Yeah.
And that chief, the mayor gonna tell you, gonna tell you to do something, and they're gonna go ask the chief. You can't help it. It's the nature of the people.
Yeah.
So when you understand the nature of the people, you adapt and you adjust. There's chiefs all over the land about to reestablish their jurisdiction.
That's right.
But the people got to be cohesive as a unit enough to understand how they was using the divide and conquer mechanisms to turn the tribes of the earth against each other.